Hello. Hi, guys. Can you believe it? I'm actually here a little bit early tonight. I thought I saw a few of you here chatting, and I thought I'd pop on and chat with you for a second before everyone else arrives. And only just early, so it's 7:30 just now. How are you all going? I hope everyone's had a great weekend. Well, great week. Gosh, what day is it? It's Friday. So I hope you've had a great week and looking forward to a great weekend. And that's a very naughty question you're asking, Sunny. How's everyone's Christmas shopping going? Well, I did do my brother's and my dad's gift and my nephew's gift last weekend because we had Christmas with the family last weekend. And then this week I've got to think about everyone else this week. And so that shopping is done, but the rest hasn't started really. Hey, Joan, nice to see you. Hi, Donna. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Hey, Katrina. I hope you're well. Hi there, Judy. I see you said you'll be in and out tonight. Well, hopefully more in than out, but if you can't be here, replays are great. So you can always watch after. You don't have to be here live for everything. Hey, Solvega, how you going? I hope everyone enjoyed the free shipping deal that was on this week. I sent out a newsletter to let everyone know about that on Wednesday, and then the free shipping day was on all orders over $65 on Thursday. So I know a few of you did get in on that, and I hope a few of you here tonight. I just want to say thank you so much for your orders because they make a huge difference to our family. And if you missed out, if you didn't know and you're thinking, oh, how did I miss the free shipping? You need to be on my newsletter list. If you are not on the newsletter list, you might be missing things like that because I always try and give people a heads up whenever there's a special coming or something cool that's about to happen. That will normally go out. I'll try and get it out either on the day or the day before. I try and give everybody a bit of notice so that you can always be advised on what specials and other things are coming out. So we've got a lot going on right now. We have the clearance rack on the online store, which has got heaps and heaps of specials in there. We also have the last chance deals, which is everything that's retiring from this catalogue. This one's saying goodbye. Feels like we just got it, but it's actually nearly 6 months. Can you believe that? Nearly 6 months with this catalogue, and it's coming to an end. And actually, this is the last 6-month catalogue because next year they're only going to be 4-month catalogues. So we'll still have our annual catalogue, of course, that goes for a whole year, but the mini catalogues are only going to run for 4 months next year. They're changing the schedules a little bit. So January we have a brand new catalogue out, and it looks like, let me just grab it, looks like this one. Okay, that's the one that's coming out. If you have placed an order with me in the last 12 months, you're going to get one of these. Okay, so if something happens and you don't get your catalogue, please let me know and I'll send another one out. Or if you haven't placed an order but you would like to get a catalogue, let me know. Okay, I would love to hear from you. Just let me know, send me a message and let me know that you'd like me to send one to you. And so they're for Australian residents only because they've got Australian prices. Believe me, if you live somewhere else, you wouldn't want them. You will want your own prices. So I just send them out to the Australian market because only the Australian girls can shop with me anyway. So that's just how it works. If you're in the US or Canada or somewhere else, and we might have a couple of those girls here. I'm just looking to see if we've got any of our overseas crowd here tonight. I'm not sure. They will have either their own account as a demonstrator to get their VIP perks, or they may have a demonstrator already looking after them. So hi, Nairi, nice to see you. Hey, Donna. Hey, Joan, nice to see you. You must be missing your demonstrator, I'm guessing. Well, I mean, I know you're your own demonstrator, but I mean your team leader, Robin. Hey, Cindy, nice to see you. I think Jody said she said on a comment earlier that she'd be watching the replay. So I'm guessing she's got something on tonight. And it is the Friday night, the week before Christmas. So maybe a lot of people have got things on. Maybe this is the night for Christmas parties and things like that. So you spent too much, Sunny. Look, it's so good, isn't it? I love that when we have a special, whenever Stampin' Up does a special, the nice thing is that if you're a demonstrator, you get your demonstrator discount on top of the special, okay, which means it makes it a no-brainer to, like, for example, if something's 60% off on the clearance rack, you're going to get another 20 or 25% on top of that, which makes it an amazing deal. So that's one of the perks that you get as a demonstrator, which is awesome. You're missing her heaps. I bet you are, Joan. Yes. When am I mailing them? My son stickered up all the envelopes today. I only got the catalogues yesterday. They only arrived they've been very late coming. They took a while to get here. But we stickered up all the envelopes today, and we put the stickers on the backs of all the catalogues today with I'll tell you something I've done. This is different. I've never done this before. Let me find it. So my son, this was his suggestion, and I thought, you know what, it's a really good suggestion, and I should give it a try and just see what people think. I'd love to know what you think. So if you get one of these catalogues from me, I've got my QR code on the back here. Can you see the QR code? And I think most of us know from the last couple of years how to use these now. Like once upon a time, no one really knew what to do with them, but it's just like when you're checking in, your COVID check-in, you know, you put your camera up to the square. You just make sure that your camera it's inside the view of the camera on your phone. Just use your phone and it'll scan it, and then you click on the little button like you used to do for a check-in. But this is going to take you, that little QR code is going to take you to my online store. So that's something that I've added to my stickers this time that I haven't had before. So I have instructions in with the catalogues as well, but I just thought that was something a bit different that we could try and see if people like it. If you don't like it, I won't do it again, but I just thought it was a fun thing to add. Yes, it's been a bit hectic too, Nairi. I understand. Okay, so you've got a little bit more time up your sleeve now. He's not going until January. All right. You're smiling again. That's good. That's good news. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. But I just thought I'd give everyone that option. So if they want, and I encourage you to give it a try and just see how it works for you. So what it should do, it should open up the online store, and it should say at the top of the page that you're shopping with me. Okay, so if it doesn't do that, then there's a problem, and let me know. But that's what should happen. It's working for me, so we'll see. So there you go. All right. So so this is the celebration catalogue. This is the new mini catalogue, and you'll see when I said a moment ago these are only going to go before the last one went from January to June. And can you see at the top here, is that the right way around for people? It should say January to April. So there's your 4 months. Okay, if you're a demonstrator, you've got this month as well, because we're able to order from this now, but customers can't until January. So not long now though. Hey, won't have long to wait. All right, so I hope that answers the question, Margaret. I'm hoping to have them in the mail by Tuesday or maybe Wednesday at the latest. However, I also am aware I don't really want them arriving. I'm in two minds. Part of me doesn't want them arriving just before Christmas, because I'm worried that everyone will be so busy they'll put them aside and forget where they put them, because I know that's what I would probably do. So I'm wondering if they may be better arriving between Christmas and New Year. What do people think? Would you rather get it between Christmas and New Year, or would you rather get it before Christmas? I'd love to know what you think. Little impromptu survey right now. Would you rather get it before Christmas, the new catalogue, or would you like to get it between Christmas and the New Year? Because I can do either. I can send it out on Thursday, Friday, and it'll get there between Christmas and New Year. So you won't do, he says, I won't do that, but I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, Margaret. I'm so sorry. All right. So I hope that's useful. You think it's as soon as possible, says Deb. Before Christmas, says Margaret. Oh, you won't. You said you won't do that. You won't lose it. You won't put it aside and forget about it, because I know that I probably would. Before. Okay. All right. That's good. People are saying before, and that's what I needed to know. I've been toying with when I should send them. When is the best time for people to get them and actually not lose them or not put them aside and not have time to look at them, because there's nothing nicer than sitting down with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever you like to drink, and a little bit of time and a pen, maybe some flags to mark the pages or highlighter pen or something, and going through a brand new catalogue and looking at all the samples and seeing what you can do with things. Right, yes, that is what I thought you meant, Margaret. All right, so I hope you'll get some time over Christmas to maybe take that time, and it's a lovely thing to do. I actually look forward to the catalogue arriving because it gives me an excuse to put everything else aside. And this is as a demonstrator, but I know it's the same as a customer. Just putting everything else aside for an hour or two and sitting down and looking through that thing and just dreaming of all the things you want to do with all the new things. So, yeah. I think it sounds like I do need to put them out of their misery, doesn't it? Oh, Sunny's already got hers. Oh, my goodness, because Sunny's a demonstrator. So there we go. All right. Okay, so I've got a couple of things tonight. I'm deciding. I've got actually 2 cards because I want to do the something old, something new thing. So something that's current and retiring or saying goodbye, and something that is something that's brand new. All right, so I thought I would show both. And because the thing that's new, I'm actually going to show you 2 really simple little cards. So, and a couple of new things that I haven't shown you before. So I'm going to keep it very simple. So the one that's a little bit more meaty, this is the one I was going to show you with the sun kissed. I was going to show you this technique here with the how to get that beautiful watercolor background. I'm going to do that one on Sunday night. So you'll have to come back on Sunday night and see how we do that. But this time I'm going to show you another of the Fitting Florets cards, because this set, the Fitting Florets collection, is saying goodbye. So even though it's not in the retiring list because it's not actually in a catalogue, goodness me, Cookie, what are you doing tonight, honey? Chat, chat, chat. See, I talk to him and he stops. He knows I'm talking to him, but then he'll start up again as soon as I ignore him. So there we go. Anyway, which one do you love, Joan? Which one? I know it is so much better. You can look through the the digital catalog, but it is never as good. Oh, who left me an angry face? Someone's angry tonight. Nari, did you press the angry button again? You'll have to go and press a different button. Go up there and press a love button or something. Let's get rid of that angry button, because I don't like angry buttons. It makes me think that someone's not happy with me. Unless you're really not happy with me. If that's what you meant to say, then that's okay. That's all right. But yes, there's nothing quite like, yeah, I'm going to do that one. We're going to do this one tonight. Okay, so this is with the Fitting Florets collection. So that's a beautiful collection of products, and it's a number of items. So let me pull out, I've got the bits and pieces for it here, but I'm going to pull out of here some of the products, because there's a number of items, and I don't even have them all in front of me, but I'm going to switch over to the desk. Here we go. All right, so we've got a number of things in the suite. Okay, we have the framed and festive set, and where is my Fitting Florets set? So we have a whole bunch of different things. Here they are, the framed florets. That's the stamp set. So they're in the collection, like if you're buying the whole thing, there are 2 stamp sets. One has more of a Christmas theme and the other is all year round. Okay. It is a wonderful set. Did you get it, Sunny? It's really, really beautiful. No, that's something else to say. And what Margaret just said is completely right. There are no guarantees that you're going to get an order between now and Christmas. If you were to place an order now, you may not get it until after Christmas. And I'm not going to say you definitely will get it after Christmas, because there's a possibility that you might be lucky and get it before. But certainly there is no guarantees. In fact, they stopped guaranteeing Christmas delivery on the 4th of December. That's actually a while ago now. I placed an order on the 5th and I haven't got it yet. It's due on Monday or Tuesday. I checked my delivery tracking today, and it's supposed to be delivered Monday or Tuesday, but I'm still waiting for an order since the 5th. But then I ordered on the 7th and the 9th, and I already have those ones. So go figure. I don't know how that all works, right? Now, there's also gorgeous gold swirls that go with this. And there's beautiful, beautiful paper. So this is some of the pieces in the paper. Really, really pretty. What's nice about this paper is it can be for Christmas. So this to me has a bit of a Christmas feel. They almost look like little berries there on those little blue papers, and I think you could use that easily for Christmas paper. And on the back, oh, it's got a rip on it, but on the back we've got polished pink, which is one of the main colours in the suite. This one definitely can be used for Christmas, and you can keep the berries white, or you can colour them red like I've done on a card previously. I think I did that one live with you guys. And we've got Blushing Bride on this side. So you can see some soft succulent here. On the other side, we have this beautiful blue and green. Whoever said blue and green should never be seen, that was completely false, because I think that blue and green look fantastic together. One of my favorite combos. More of this one. You can see I've got a lot of that one. And then there's all this, some lovely, so it's pinks and blues and greens, basically. Okay. You ordered on the 1st December and haven't got, see, Elizabeth placed an order on the 1st of December and still doesn't have it. Have you checked the tracking, Elizabeth, to see? Yes, it was you with the angry button. Oh, that's okay, honey. It's not a problem. I know that you don't mean to do it. And all you've got to do is click, because Facebook, if you have like multiple angry buttons or angry buttons appearing on your post, Facebook can actually give you less engagement or show you the less people, because you've had people be annoyed with your posts. So that's why, if you can, just press another button on Facebook. Just press a different button, the love button or the like button. It should cancel out the angry button. So we don't want the angry button, because I don't want to get shown to less people. So you can see all these lovely patterns that are in this. And this is like a Evening Evergreen Gingham, which is really nice. Yes, they do have a colour in between. This is actually a new pack. Now, what's nice about this one, this has got like that blue design on the other side. But what's nice about this one is some of these pieces actually cut out, the framelits actually match up with these. So I remember Katrina asking that question when I first got this suite. I'm just having a look to see if I can find here they are. And some of these match up. So I always love it when they have designs in designer series paper that matches framelits. I just think that's such a nice, easy way to use. So you can see it cuts out, hang on, it cuts out this little image here in the stamp set, but it also lines up with, where is it? Let me find it. It also lines up with this image here. So these little 2 flowers. So there's one there, one there, one there. There's quite a few of them on the sheet, and they've got either the Blushing Bride flowers or the polished pink flowers. So they're the ones that match up. The other ones, if you decide you want some of the other designs, they don't all have framelits that match. Some of them you would have to cut out by hand. So if you wanted this big open flower, that would be a cut out by hand one. Sorry, but yeah, it's really nice that they do have some matching designs in the paper. And I have a feeling that this one here, the blues and the greens, I'm pretty sure that we have flowers that match this as well. Let me see. Yep, see, that one fits. All right, so you can cut some of those with the shapes as well. So there we go. But it's nice having that option. So if you want to cut out some flowers, but you haven't got time to do stamping and colouring, this is like a quick, easy option for you. And I like that it does that. You got your copy of the, yes, Shelley, because you're a demonstrator, or you and Amanda have that together. So yeah, that's great. And you've been able to place orders already, which is fantastic. I'm glad. That's awesome. All right, so I'm going to keep this one aside because I am going to do a little bit of cutting in a moment. And let's put the rest back in here. And I've already cut also in there that we've got a couple of oval frames. So I've already got a few pieces here ready to go. And let's start. So this is going to be a very simple card, okay? Thumbs up, yes. Thumbs up is good. We like lots of thumbs up. Oh, it's stuck in Melbourne, is it, Elizabeth? That's no good. We don't like that. I know, I love it too. Yep, so as Joan said, you click back on the angry button and change it to another one. So there you go. You just got to change it. You just do a different one. Nita, hi. Yes, so, okay, so that is exactly right. What Anita is saying is that the frame floret stamp set and the matching dies are going to be in the new catalogue. But the paper, the swirls, and the framed and festive stamp set, this one with the Christmas greetings on it, those are not continuing. Those are limited time only. So those they're coming to an end on the 4th of January, or unless they sell out first. If they sell out before the 4th of January, they'll just be gone. But right now, they are still available. So, and I checked before I started tonight, everything is still available. So you can actually buy the whole collection just with one code, which is way easier if you want everything. But if you don't want everything, then you can just pick and choose which items you want. So I'm going to actually, I've got 3 pieces of paper that I've already cut to size, okay? And as you can see, they're actually too big to go all the way across, all right? And I don't want them to be straight and all the way across. If you notice on my original card, if you look closely, they're actually overlapping each other. Can you see that? I've got them overlapping there. And I've got them a little bit skew-iff, not terribly, but a little bit, all right? So I've got the Blushing Bride one kind of, I lined it up so that it was on here first. If you want to, you cut them a little bit thinner and maybe have a gap between them, which also looks nice. But I've got mine. These are 3.5 centimeters wide and 13 centimeters long. If you're wondering how long they are, you could make them a little, like I said, a little bit less than maybe about 12. If you wanted it to be a shorter one, or you could make, instead of 3.5 centimeters, you could make them, 3 centimeters, and then you'd have probably room for all 3 of them across. But I wanted mine to actually overlap. All right, so I'm looking at, having them kind of like this. Okay, so I'm actually going to start out by grabbing some glue, and in this case, I'm just going to use Tombow. Sometimes people ask me which glue do I like the best, and I do have a preference in certain situations, but when it comes to sticking down strips of paper like this, I don't care if I use Tombow multi-purpose, this stuff, or whether I use seal. It's just whichever one I grab first. If I grab the seal first, then that's what I use. Now what I'm doing here is I'm putting this so that it is about the same distance at the top and the bottom, and also at the side. So it kind of sitting over here. And when you're putting on a few strips like this, the tip is to start with the 2 outside ones, okay, and then you know how far to overlap the middle. Okay, that makes it just really easy. So I'm going to throw some more Tombow here. I don't know if Jamie's watching tonight, but Jamie, I sent your Tombow in the mail to you today, so it's on its way. Give me a second. Okay, so now I've got about the same distance. Again, this is about the same up from the bottom, the same at the side. So, it's pretty straightforward. And then this one here with the pink and the blue flowers is going to go in the middle. And now I could just overlap it, which would be fine, but I'm actually going to put it, you can have it just a little bit higher or a little bit lower. I think lower at the top looks better. I'm going to throw that on. Got your copy of, sorry, I'm reading a comment again that I read before. Sorry. I know, Katrina. I know, me too. I love it when they match. All right. Now, something I am waiting for it to arrive, it hasn't come yet, but I am waiting, is my new Boho Blue Mini cut and emboss machine. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? So Stampin' Up have done something. It's coming in January and February. And if this sounds interesting, let me know and we can stay in touch, and I'll let you know when it starts. It actually is going to be in together with Celebration. And there are 3 options for joining in January, February, and it's a fantastic joining special. Probably one of the best ones we've ever seen. I'm very excited about it. Hey, Heather, nice to see you. Thank you very much. You're waiting for yours too, Cindy. Yep. Yes, I saw it on live unboxing too and went, I wish I had mine. But the Boho Blue is a new in color that's going to be coming out next year. How exciting, right? I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. This oval is also from the Frame Florets. We've got 2 really beautiful ovals, but I'm using the smaller of the ovals, and I've cut it out in silver. I did this beforehand. I'm going to put 1 sort of north, south, east, and west. So 2, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, and 2 on the sides, kind of. And it's just enough to hide these mini dimensionals. Okay. Now let me tell you, while I'm putting these on, what this new joining special is. Okay. So if you're not a demonstrator and you thought to yourself, actually that doesn't look bad, I wouldn't mind getting all those specials. then my thinking for you is that January, February is going to be an amazing time. There are 3 options. You can pay $169 and you will get $315 worth of products of your choice. You can pick whatever you like. $315 worth of products for only $169, free shipping. I mean, how good is that? That's the first option. The second option is you can pay $210, a bit more, and you'll also get $315 worth of product, but you'll also get the the plain white mini cut and emboss machine, the normal one that we have, okay? And then there is option number 3, which I think is going to be very, very popular, and that is, I think I've got them all. That is spend $210, get $315 worth of product, and you'll also get the boho blue mini cut and emboss machine. All of that for $210. That is a crazy awesome special. So good. So if you've ever thought about joining, get in touch, because this is such a good special. I'm so excited about it. I think it's one of the best ones we've had in a really long time. It's a lot of dollars worth of free product, and you can pick whatever you like. So good. So good. Oh, Nari, you've got your new machine already. That's exciting. How exciting. Yes. Goodness me, that's a lot of card samples. All right, so now I've got 2 different sizes. All right, so this piece, this is actually from the Stitch Rectangles dies, and this is the one I've used on this one. I've got So Lucky to Call You Friend. I've popped it straight on there, and then we've got this little flower over the bottom, okay? Or we can go with a smaller one. I'm actually thinking maybe the smaller one in this case. Let's do one that's smaller, okay? Because this does cover up quite a bit of the flowers in the middle. Let's just see how that goes. So what have I got in here that's going to fit on that? We've got Celebrate. That will definitely fit. And just a little reminder that you are loved. That's nice. So Lucky to Call You Friend. I don't know if it's going to fit on here or not. It might. So let's see. Let's see if this fits. You know what? I think it does. The only thing is that one, if we put that on, there's not a lot of room to put the flower over the corner. If I just do a Celebrate, which is this one here, I can put that over on the right-hand side and then put my flower here on the left. Does that make sense? So what do you think, guys? We have a small thing like Celebrate. There is also another little greeting here that says just a little reminder that you're loved, and I could put that on the right-hand side a little bit and have a flower on the left, or put it on the left-hand side and have a flower on the right. What do we think? Does anyone have a preference? Oh, that's okay, Margaret. Never too late. Never ever. Okay. I'm just deciding what sentiment to put on here. And I noticed when I, actually, I probably should have, let me see. I'm going to actually re-ink my polished pink ink pad, only because I noticed when I did this earlier, I don't know if you can see this, but it's a little bit pale. It's a little bit pale and not particularly, doesn't look very polished pink. The Celebrate says Anita, Joan, and the second one, I think that's Celebrate as well. Loved says Donna. Donna, I'm so sorry, but I think the other girls have all voted for Celebrate. So I'm going to re-ink this. And to re-ink, I just dot my re-inker up and down my pad. There are a number of different ways. I used to, run it across. I've taken to doing dots more recently, and I feel I'm getting a little bit better inking when I do this, but I'm just dotting it everywhere, as you can see. And then what you want to do, let me see if I have one handy, is grab, oh, maybe I don't, is grab a spoon. Now, I always usually keep a spoon on my desk, and, where is the spoon? Is it still here? I can, of course, use a bone folder to do that job, but the problem is the bone folder does stain. So I'm thinking I would prefer to use an actual spoon. Here it is. I knew I had one handy. All right, so I've got my spoon. I'm just going to massage that ink I've just put on top, massage it into the pad. Can you see how it goes in straight away when you do this? So we're massaging it into the surface of the pad. And if you've never known how to ink up or to re-ink your pads, this is a really easy, straightforward way to do it. Right. You do want to pay a fairly particular attention to the corners, because it does, ink tends to collect there, so it can be actually a bit more juicy in the corners. So I like to try and get into the corners and move that around. Here we go. All right. So you can see I've got ink on that, but that's okay. I'll give it a wipe down when I'm done. All right. And we decided celebrate, didn't we? Okay. So yeah. I have Linda moments all the time, Joan. And for those who don't know, I used to, with my Linda moments, I used to offer a prize to the person who said Linda moment first. And there were so many Linda moments, so I couldn't afford to keep that going. So I'm not actually doing it anymore, but people still say it. My friend Susan Campfield, who, that's better. See, that's much more inky and better now. My friend Susan Campfield also does fabulous live videos. She was, I think she's in bed right now. If she's here, say hi, but I think she's in bed. She was off to bed earlier, and I hope that's where she is because she was really tired. All right, so this is going to go on here. And then what I want to do is I want to cut some flowers here, and I want to pop them over on this side. So you could put this on dimensionals. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Or you could add a bit of Tombow here and pop it straight onto there. You could do that as well. But I think in this case, I'll just stick these on dimensionals. And I'm going to put them sort of a little bit more in the center so we don't run into the oval on the edges. So I'm going to put that right here in the middle. Pretty easy to work out where it needs to go. And we have our celebrate on the right hand side. So now I'm going to let me grab some of that, the paper, the one that I want. Where is it? It's on the back of the one with the blue. Here we go. And I'm deciding, do I want the darker flowers? So there's one there. And there's one there with the lighter flowers. So on this one, you can see I've used some lighter flowers on this one. So should I go dark this time? What do you guys think? I could do either. So let's see how that goes. Yes, you've been watching. So, okay, so Susan does a thing where she says if she forgets something, when she finds the item, she says found it, and every time she says found it, people have to take a drink. So it's a bit of a drinking game. A lot of people drink, of course, tea and coffee and juice. You don't have to drink alcohol, but I think there might be a few people drinking alcohol as well. So there you go. So let me just grab my machine and we'll bring that in. And this, I need to show you something. Look what I got. Look what I got today. Well, yesterday actually, but I only opened them today. Beautiful new clean plates. I'm just showing you because they won't look like this again. Everyone's saying dark. Okay, dark, dark, dark. Yeah, okay, dark it is. All right, we are definitely doing dark. All right, so I'm going to put this in here and we're going to line this up because it's a really good fit. Let me just make sure that that's lining up with that. And we're going to run that through. And we're going to move that out. All right, so now you can see that's cut that out beautifully. And we're going to move this over here. Now, where do I want to have this? I think I'd like it like this. I mean, you can have it however you would like, but I think that probably looks quite nice. And the other thing is, if we wanted to, we can add some ribbon to this. I don't think we need to, but we could if we wanted to. So if that's going to go there, I think I'm going to need one dimensional here to kind of fill in the gap. And then I'm going to put some Tombow actually onto these bits that it's going to sit on top of. Like that. just like that. There we go. So there you go. There's a very similar. So this one's using a smaller. This one's using a smaller label. You could use any label you like for this. This set with the ovals looks fantastic with all different kinds of labels. It's actually one of the easiest sets to work with, I think. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It's so nice. It's very, I know, isn't it pretty? Okay. The plates have been christened. You are right, Anita. So I think that's really pretty. Do you think we need ribbon, or do you think it's fine as it is? If I was going to go with ribbon, I'd either go white or the sparkly organza, which would look nice. Or we do even have some polished pink ribbon. So there would be that option as well. But maybe, oh, it does need bling. You're right, Joan. It does. So I'm thinking, I mean, there are a number of options. We have the glittery ribbon. We have the pink. Or the other ribbon that would, of course, be nice and is always good is the white seam binding, because it's very understated. So that would be nice as well. So there's a number of options. Oh, you use it to make Christmas cards. I know you can, Cindy. It's really lovely. No ribbon, says Nari, just bling. Looks lovely as it is. So maybe Nadia said polished pink ribbon. Look, I think we could go either way, but the first couple of people have said let's just leave it as it is. So guess what? I'm going to leave it as it is. That's what we're going to do. And I was thinking the gold swirls are nice, but because I have a silver oval, I'm probably not going to do the gold swirls. I do have some festive pearls with some gold, sorry, with some silver bits. I tell you what else we have. We have the solid faceted gems. I mean, this pink, I don't know if that's actually polished pink. It might actually be, that might actually be melon mambo. It looks quite dark. But I think maybe that might be a bit much. We do have also, on this one, I don't know if you can see, I used the polished pink opal rounds. These, they look really pretty with it. So there's a whole bunch of options, actually. But I'm thinking maybe, or we could just use good old rhinestones. There's too many options. Oh, pearls. What do you think? Iridescent pearls. Everyone's got a different thought. I'm leaning towards the pearls. What do you guys think? This one had the polished pink opal rounds, so maybe pearls on this one. Pearls, says Nadia. Okay, all right. I am going to do that. So I'm thinking a pearl down here. That's very pretty, and another one up here in the corner because it's just really nice, and maybe a little baby one. A baby one up here somewhere. There we go, just like that. So no ribbon, just some pearls, which look very, very pretty. And there you go, two very similar, slightly different, but very similar cards. And it's a really, I put this card up on my Instagram page today, this one, and I think they turned out really nice. I might take a photo with both of them because they look good together, don't they? What do we think? Do we like this one? Simple, easy little card. But I think it's a card that would work for lots of different occasions as well. So there we go. All right, let me move these bits and pieces out of the way. And let's make another card. What do you think? Never make too many cards, right? Never have too many. I thought I'd show you some new things. So that was something old, even though it's not really old. It's current. We can't really say old, but I would want to show you something new now. So getting rid of all these bits and pieces off the table. So it's something out of the new catalogue, out of here, which I'm not showing you the inside just yet. But I will show you some. Now, I did show you the other night a few fun things. I think I showed you this gorgeous paper. Does anyone remember looking at this? One of my favorite things in the whole catalogue. And it's part of a suite that I had to have the whole suite because I just thought it was so beautiful. And it's called, the suite is called, hang on a second while I make sure I've got the name right. Because if I don't have the name right, I'm going to feel bad. It's desert something. What is it? Delicate Desert. That's what is the suite is called, Delicate Desert. And it consists of a bunch of really fun things. So it's this stamp set, okay? This paper, this beautiful paper, is part of the suite, but this is the stamp set called Desert Details. Really gorgeous. And of course, with the new naming protocol, we also have Desert Details dies, because now they match the names of the dies and the stamps. Hallelujah. So much easier doing that. Okay. So we have these two, and I'll show you more on those in a second. Also part of the suite is this gorgeous Pale Papaya. I think it's Pale Papaya. Let me double check it is. Yeah. Pale Papaya velvet ribbon. It's absolutely beautiful. Feels, I mean, there's something about velvet, isn't there? I mean, what is it? Why is velvet just, I don't know, it feels so lush and yummy. I just love it. So it's not always a practical ribbon to tie, but you can do really beautiful things with it, and it's part of this suite, and it is really, really beautiful. Can you see how lovely and thick that is? Can you get a bit of a look at it? Really, really nice. So I don't know that I would be doing a lot of tying with it, but I'd still like to add it to my cards and work out ways to add it to my cards. Really gorgeous. Also part of the suite are these gold faceted adhesive backed sequins. Yep, sequins. And you can see some of them are like a teardrop shape, and some of them are round, small ones, and then larger ones. Really, really pretty. They're part of this as well. And is that it? No, that's not it. We've also got, I haven't even opened it yet, the Desert, what's it called? Delicate Desert 12 by 12 paper. Let's have a look. Let's have a look together. Like I said, I've seen it in the catalogue, but they never look the same in real life. So let's have a good look at it. Yeah, it is gorgeous ribbon, Nairi. It's just beautiful. So I loved the colours in this. It's not too many colours. I tend to prefer papers that have less colours, not too many colours. And when you look at this one, the main colours are Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya. I think Petal Pink is in there as well, but I'll look at that in a second. Actually, it tells me on the back what's in it. No, yes, Petal Pink. That's correct. So Cajun Craze is the darker colour. So Cajun Craze is, if I'm really honest, is the colour I probably like least in all of my Stampin' Up! Colours. And I hope I'm not offending anyone or making anyone sad when I say that, because I know some people really love this colour, but it's one of my least favourite colours. And I don't know why exactly. In the past, there was other colours that I was not particularly taken with, and then I started using them and discovered that I love them after all. So maybe I'll feel the same way about this, but Cajun Craze is one of the main colours in this set, and it does go beautifully with the other colours. So it goes beautifully with the Calypso Coral and with the Pale Papaya and the Petal Pink. Looks really, really lovely. And then there's Grey Granite, which is a great neutral, which is one of my favourite neutrals, and Soft Succulent, which is a great medium green, and that's what's in here. This has got Soft Succulent in it, Soft Succulent and gold. Isn't that beautiful? So that's really lovely. Really, really like that. But let's have a look at this paper. So one side, side A, and then side B, that's Soft Succulent side. It's very pretty. Maybe I'll keep one this way and one that way. I like it. It looks like waves, doesn't it? But it's actually, I guess, like sand dunes. Very, very pretty. This is nice. Look, Grey Granite. That's gorgeous. Like an Aztec kind of a print. Very, very pretty. And the other side, there's our Cajun Craze. I'm determined to try and find a way to really love this colour. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Margaret, that you were able to send a card to Jenny. That's lovely. It reminds you of rust. There you go, Elizabeth. Maybe that's what it is for me too. I don't know what it is. But anyway, this one's Cajun Craze and Pale Papaya together, which is quite nice because it's a small amount of Cajun Craze. It's kind of, can you see the design? It's kind of interesting. Not really Aztec, but kind of interesting design. Oh, that's interesting. It's like, looks like 70s tiles, but it's in Soft Succulent. So it's a little bit kind of a funky. It reminds me of a funky 60s or 70s design. That's kind of cool. Dots. Oh, I love my dots. So there's a dot stamp set that this reminds me of. Look, That's a new set that's coming. It's called Hand Drawn Dots. We got this one for free at Onstage. All the demonstrators, pretty sure it was an all attendee giveaway. So everyone who was there got one of these for free. But doesn't look great with those. Don't those look good together? And it could even be almost like animal scales, almost, kind of. And then the back is kind of like a distressed look, distressed soft succulent. Then we have kind of an Aztec print with the grey granite again. And you can see some little flowers in there as well. If you look close. And on the back, oh, that's nice. I like that. This is a really great background. So that's Calypso Coral and maybe a little bit of the Cajun as well, mixed in with some grey granite. That's all smushy. I like that. That'd be a great background. And then last piece, this is like sand dunes again, but this time in the soft succulent. And on the back of that, ooh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That'd be a nice scrapbook background, scrapbook layout. Isn't that lovely? About, a trip to, I don't know, the desert or Arizona or somewhere. You could stamp some cactuses and stuff like that and have some fun with that. I reckon that's a really cool one. Terracotta pots, that's a great, yeah, it could be like that. Cajun Craze is kind of like that. And yeah, I like terracotta, so maybe it's something in my head. Don't know what it is. Look, I think it should be called your birthday month, Jenny. It's not just one day. You just keep going out all month long and just say you're extending your birthday. That's what you do. Never should be any limit to how much celebrating you can do. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to take that plastic off because it's getting in my way. But anyway, that's the suite called Delicate Desert. Okay, so stamp set, embossing. We've got this lovely Cajun Craze and Calypso Coral paper in with the soft succulent. We've got the gold sequins. We've got the velvet ribbon. And we've got this beautiful paper. All right, so he's been telling people you turn 50. That's a bit rude. But I'll tell you something. Being someone who's on the other side of 50, it's not that bad. 50's all right. So let's move these out of the way. All right, so I'm making several cards to send out with my catalogues when I send them out this week. This week, guys, did you hear me say that? This week. I'm getting them in the mail as soon as I can. Okay. So I'm going to show you, you can see what's in here. We've got these lovely, these are like those distinctive stamps that give you that light and dark. They like all the shading is already done for you when you do your stamp. It's beautiful. And we've got this kind of like Aztec, they remind me of blankets. You know how the blankets have all those rows of Aztec-y kind of designs. And then there's some nice sentiments in there as well. Now, in here, we have some lovely frames. And I have a couple of ideas of things I want to do with these frames. I think these are really nice. So this is like an Aztec frame that has like an Aztec design all the way around the outside. And then this one does a frame as well. We've got the two flowers, cuts these two flowers out. We've got this little guy that does like a, actually I haven't tried that one. I'm going to guess it just cuts out those patterns, but just, I don't know, maybe it will look more like an embossing. We might have to try them and find out. I feel like that needs to be explored. We've got this kind of, could be a cactus or some sort of desert plant. And then we've got these little guys, these ones. And the nice thing about these is that you can do several of them and then lock them together. And so build like a little, like a, almost like brickwork. With these Aztec designs. Really fun. And I'll show you, I'll definitely be showing you some of those. They're a bit of fun. Then we've got this one here. Okay, now this is like a long, thin, once again, almost like one of these, like an Aztec blanket look. And I'll show you what I did. I did a card. I will recreate this. This is super, super quick, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. Okay. I thought that sending something like this out and saying let the fun begin with a catalogue was about right. What do you think? On the other side of 60, shh, we don't tell anybody. Yeah, 50 is the new 40. That's exactly right. Don't worry. When I was turning 50, my dad was telling all his friends I was turning 60, but he actually thought it was true. He just was out by 10 years. So there you go. So I don't know if you can see this, but I did some like just repeating stripes with this large Aztec-y stamp here, and I'm going to do it for you right now so you can see what I'm talking about. And then I did some the other way with the thinner one, and then it wasn't completely lined up here in the middle. So then I put this white piece over that edge, and it makes these look like they're straight. It neatened it all up. And then I cut out one of the flowers and added a little bit of ribbon. This ribbon is also new. I'm going to do it in a different color tonight, but that ribbon is, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's very, very nice. Bordered, I think it's Night of Navy, or might be Starry Sky. I can't remember, but it's a bordered ribbon, and it's in one of our other suites. I think it's in the By the Bay suite. Am I right? Oh, and I have the By the Bay paper too. The By the Bay paper is absolutely stunning. It's a specialty paper, just beautiful. No. Oh, I know which one. Yeah, it's in a different suite, which is all blues and yellows and things. I'm trying to remember what that's called, but I can't remember. Somebody else might remember. I'm still learning. Whenever a new catalog comes out, I have to learn how it works. I do have some other things I've received that I haven't showed you yet. Okay, the new suite that is in, it's called the Night of Navy Bordered Ribbon, and it's part of the Regency Park suite. Okay, so that's that beautiful ribbon that I've popped on this card because I wanted to do this in blues, so I thought that would look nice. Even though blues are not part of the suite, it doesn't matter. You can do whatever color you like. All right, so let's make one, shall we? And I thought this might be kind of a good idea because I've got to make nearly 90, about 90 of these to send out with the catalogs. And so this is everyone who has ordered in the last 12 months is going to get one. All right, so if you have not ordered in the last 12 months but you would like one, you just need to reach out to me so that we can fix that up. All right, so let me start. I'm just going to show you how quick and easy this is. So this is like me being a bit sneaky too, because I'm actually managing to make another card towards my stash of 90 needed. I'm not going to do 90 all the same. I get bored if I did that. So I will be making, you know, maybe 30 of each one. So there'll be the two I'm going to show you tonight, and I haven't designed the other one yet. So I'm deciding, shall I do the Cajun Craze and try and work out whether I can live with that, or should I do Calypso Coral? Because Calypso Coral is a really nice color. Shall I? Oh, good morning, Dolores. Nice to see you. How is it over there? Are you hot or cold where you are? Because you're down in, is it Florida? I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I forget. Or is it Tennessee or somewhere? It's somewhere south. I don't remember. All right, so I've gone with the Calypso Coral. Oh, Margaret said I should try it. But that's the Calypso Coral. So you can see it's a little bit lighter than this. Okay, now I'm not going to re-ink. I'm going to line that up again. So it's almost on top. There'll probably be a tiny little gap, but that's okay. All right, and then I'm going to do it again. And so it's going to get lighter and lighter each time. Now I'm wondering if I need to go darker again because it might be getting too light, but we'll find out. Yeah, it's getting very light. So let's ink it up again. And I'm going to stamp that off so it's not too dark. And I'm going to do, so there'll be a couple of darker ones, but that won't matter. All right, so just like that. So kind of like a blanket, yeah? And they all go with each other because they're all the same color, actually. They're just different tones. All right, so I'm going to keep that open. So I'm going to do the whole thing in one color because this whole thing is just done in Night of Navy. So I'm doing this one all in Calypso Coral. And maybe I should do one in Cajun Crows to give it a shot, as Margaret suggested I should. All right, so I'm going to clean that up. So I use, especially for my rubber stamps, I prefer to use my Stampin' Scrub. I still love my Stampin' Scrub in preference to a chamois, but totally different. Totally, everyone has a different way of doing it. I just still like to dry it on, clean it on one side and then dry it on the other. It's still my favorite way to go. All right, now pull that off. Put that back in. You can see I haven't even put all this stamp set together yet. I'll get there. That's okay. So this is a super easy card and super simple way to make a quick card. And I'm using the note cards and envelopes. Okay, now let me grab, I'm going to grab some masking paper. So this is the Stampin' Up! Masking paper. We did masking last month for our craft along. Hey, who's coming to craft along tomorrow? So tomorrow at 2 o'clock, my time, we will have, so I'm going to put this, am I even going to worry about, you know what, just for the exercise, I'm going to do it. I'm going to peel the backing off this. All right, and I'm going to put that, you know what? I'm going to wait a moment because first of all, I want to put my greeting on. What am I doing? All right, so I want to have that. The greeting I really like is the one that says, "Let the fun begin." I thought that was really kind of cool. Put that on, and just because I'm going to use Cajun Craze for that because it's darker, but I know it goes. If it's in the paper, you know it goes. Okay, and I'm going to put my "Let the fun begin" just above. The top end here, just like that. You can see it is a much stronger color than the Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to use my not so wide one and I'm going to come in the other direction. But what I've done is I peeled the back off this and I'm going to cover this up. And I want to make sure, there we go, just above like that. All right, so that's also going to hold my card in place. I'm going to ink up my stamp and I'm going to come down from, I can start right here in the corner or I'm actually going to go maybe a little lower. Now it's important to use, if you're going to mask off, you don't have to have masking paper, okay, but it's really important that you have very thin paper because if you have thicker paper, you end up with a halo effect or an extra gap here. All right, so I'm going to line that up with the last one. There will be a little gap, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Do the same again. I'm not going to re-ink this time. I'm going to go lighter each time, like we did before. And I might go darker again. Let's see. There's no rules about this. And I'm just going to, okay. All right, can you see that there? Now, there's a little bit of a gap here because the paper is not completely flat. But when I peel this off, a good thing too, the whole point of masking paper is it's low tack, which means it should just peel off without ripping. But that doesn't mean to say you peel it off really fast because if it is going to rip, that's going to make it rip if you go too quickly. All right, now can you see it's not completely straight here? And that's because we had that little bit of a gap. Okay, it looks quite nice just as it is. Very simple, right? Hey Brenton, nice to see you. Your stamps and dies arrived today, Margaret. That's cool. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab this, and I've got this lovely piece here that I mentioned before. And I'm going to grab my, just a piece of, let's see, a piece of white, just basic white paper, not the thick, just the normal stuff. And I'm going to bring my cut and emboss machine back in. And grab my almost brand new plates, because we just used them. Otherwise, they would have been brand new, but we just used them. So they're not brand new anymore, they're christened. Okay, so I'm going to put this piece here, and I've got my little Aztec-y kind of strip. I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to put my top plate on and wind it through. Now, all of the, oh, actually that's a good question. Just wondering if all of these fit in the mini. I know this one certainly would, but I'm just wondering if all of them do. The biggest one is Yep, they will all fit in the mini. This one is just going to fit this big frame, which is the biggest die in the set, is just a little bit less than the size required to go through the mini. So, yay. A lot of dies, in fact, most dies do, but a lot of the bigger embossing folders don't. Okay, here's the piece we just cut out. Can you see the embossed design on it? I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and bring it in closer. It's really nice. It's got like this lovely embossed image on it, and that's just running it straight through the cut and emboss machine. So it's very cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my card. Give me a second. Okay, and I can put it either way. I can either put it this way so that the little thingies point up, or I can come the other way and the little thingies can point down. On my original, I did it, the little thingies are pointing down, but it actually doesn't matter. I think I'll do it that way again. All right, so all I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my Tombow, and I'm just going to run a strip of Tombow straight across here, and then I'm going to add my, I want to make sure that it's, I want to line it up with these ones, so it needs to be the same angle. All right, so that's down. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to grab some scissors and cut those extra bits off. Just like that. I mean, it even looks good just like that. You don't really need to do anything else to it. This one I did add a flower though, so I'm tempted to do that again. I think I will, because it's really kind of a cute flower, and it's the smaller of the two flowers. I think the big one would be too big for this little card. On maybe a full-size card, that would be okay, but on a big one like this. And I'm thinking maybe I'll go with the Cajun Craze, the darker colour for the flower. So let's have a look. Under, says Brenton. Oh, no, you don't. You don't say that. You said, hi, Anita. I saw. How funny, because you've got crafting down under, and I just read the word under. So there we go. Isn't that a nice stamp? Look how nicely that stamps. See what I mean about the dark and the light and the shading? Just from a stamp. It's fantastic. Okay, you'll be there tomorrow. That's great. So 2 p.m. tomorrow, guys. I'm going live, and we're doing gift card holders tomorrow. For those who have, okay, how this works is every month I send out a supply pack to everybody who ordered the previous month. So for people who ordered $60 or more with me in November, they received, to make this month, a pack that would have come in the mail this week, which has got all the pieces in it to make tomorrow's gift card. All right, so all the pieces are pre-cut, all the papers, all the bits and pieces. And the interesting thing is that since I did this paper has now sold out, so it's no longer available. But those of you who got the supply packs this week, you're ready to go, all set. Okay, so each month, so people who are ordering in December, you can expect your supply packs in the first around mid-January to make the project we're going to be making in January. So so look out for more details about that. I'll probably talk about that more tomorrow. I haven't even decided yet for sure what my theme is for January. But anyway, you get the idea. All right, so this cool little thing is going to get cut out. Bring this back in. And let's run that through. It's just making sure that it's lined up. Like that. Top plate on. And let's run it through. You missed out on the paper, Margaret. I'm sorry. Yeah, I tell you what, the papers being so highly discounted, they went pretty fast. There are still, as the last time I looked, the Splendid Day paper was still there, and the Cottage Gingham paper was still there, or Gingham Cottage papers. But a lot of the papers, the Painted Christmas one is gone. The the Boughs of Holly has gone. So yeah, I'm sorry you missed out. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is where my little flower is going to go, right here in this section, okay, which looks rather cute. And I'm going to put it on a, now this one I used a bit of ribbon. I don't have, oh, I wonder what the velvet ribbon would look like on this. What do you think, guys? Should we try it? Or is it too thick? It might be too thick for this little card. I don't know. I can give it a whirl. All right, let's just see. I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to cut it on an angle. Not that I really think it's going to fray particularly, being velvet, but I just want a short amount of ribbon, just like that. And I'm going to pop that right here behind this. And I'm actually going to use 2 dimensionals to keep that velvet on. So one there and one there. Take the backs off. And then let's pop that right there. It kind of works. What do you think? Do we like it? I'm not sure about the pale papaya. I mean, I do like it. There you go. So totally the same card, just different colors. And now I've got 2 out of 90. What do you reckon? Actually, I've got 3 because I've got another one as well. And I'll show you the other one. And I'm going to show you another set that goes with it. Give me a second. All right, so also using the same paper, I've got this other card going. Now this one is made with a stamp set that is, it's a new set. Let me just grab it for you. And the new set is called Covered in Sunshine. And you know how I remember that? I think about that Pink song, you know, the one she sings with her daughter. Here it is, Covered in Sunshine. And we've got 3 really large sentiments. I really like the words in this. Okay. I really, really think it's absolutely beautiful. These 2 in particular really grab me. This one says, may the dreams you hold dearest come true and the kindness that you share come back to you. That one. And I don't know if you can see, this is actually shown at 100% size, but we actually have, let me see if it's here. Is it here? There's a hexagon in the beautiful shapes dies that perfectly fits that. And that's what I've actually used to cut the sentiment on my card, which is under here. So that's the hexagon from the largest hexagon from the beautiful shapes dies is what I've used for that. Okay. And I think that's really nice. I think it's a really lovely sentiment, just so pretty. This one says, may the road ahead of you be brighter than the one behind, lined with wildflowers and covered in sunshine, which is where it takes its name from for the stamp set. But I just thought at this time of year, sending cards out, I thought they will work well for like the year ahead, like almost like New Year's cards, wishing you well cards. Also, the other one I thought, here it is. I knew it was close by. So can you see how that fits that perfectly? All right, so that's our hexagon. All right, this one doesn't have a die that fits it perfectly, but there are a number of different shapes that will work really well. And I'm wondering, let me just grab it. Yeah, Covered in Sunshine. I know, it reminds me of that song too, Brenton. You know, I think of pink every single time. You could use one of the ovals around this one, which would look really, really nice. Let me have a look whether the other oval fits better. And see if there's this one as well. And I think both of those look really nice inside the ovals from the Fitting Florets stuff. Okay, really cool. This one in the catalog, they've done this so they've actually colored behind it with a rainbow, and I have an idea how I'd like to do that and would love to show you on another live sometime. So this is just a fun little set and I really, really like it. And I thought it would be really nice. When I saw it, I thought it'd be a really nice thing to send out to my customers. So I love it too. I think it's really, really nice. So that's what this is all about. So let me grab I've got here another note card and envelope. I don't know if you've noticed, the note cards and envelopes come pre-scored. I can't even see my score line. Oh, there you go. Can you see it now? Okay, just got to hold it in the right way in the light. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and score that. Flatten it down with my bone folder. And then what I did was I got my dots, and they're just called hand-drawn dots. If you could use the Stamparatus to do this, or you could use, I've got block F, which is our largest block. That's this one. If you don't have a block F, but you have a Stamparatus, then stick it on your Stamparatus plate. It'll do just as good a job. In fact, possibly better with the Stamparatus, because if you mess it up, you can redo it. Whereas with block F, you know, it's a one-time thing. So I'm just going to ink up a portion of this. This is my soft succulent ink. Okay, and I'm going to pop that, I don't know, so it covers about halfway. I'm putting my fingers on the back of it. I'm just going to do the bottom half. So it just turns out like this. This is a really nice stamp. I can see I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. Okay, and then I've got a piece of the soft succulent distressed metallic paper. Isn't that just beautiful, that paper? I love it so much. It's so nice. And I'm going to just pop that straight on. So this is a super easy peasy card, but when you're sending a lot of cards, you've got to keep them simple, right? And I actually thought what I would do, because my son's home from school, I'm waiting for things to happen next year, and what I thought, so I'm just going to, this is a 4-inch piece of paper, 4 inches. It's 1.5 inches by 4, and yes, I am talking inches. That's because when it's 12 by 12 paper, if I make it 4 inches, which is roughly 10 centimeters, if I make it 4 inches, then I'm going to get 3 out of a 12 by 12 piece. Okay, 4 times 3, so that's how that works. And so that's ready to go. Then I've got, let me see, have I got it? Here we go. Use this piece again. And I'm going to use, I'm actually going to go with a darker green tonight. This one I used the soft succulent and felt like it was a little bit light, but I think it'll look better if I go up to a darker color. And I'm going to use my E-block. I'm going to use this Dreams Come True again. And dreams, what is it? May the dreams you hold dearest come true, and the kindness that you share come back to you. So that's the one. I just think it's such a thoughtful set. I also thought it'd be nice on a scrapbooking page, these sentiments. I think they work well for that situation as well. The one that's the rainbow shape, that one says, I just can't tell you what a gift it is to call you my friend. And I can think of someone that I really would love to give that to. Oh, I can think of a few people actually. But all right, so this is Evening Evergreen, which of course we know that goes well with soft succulent. They're in the same in color family, but also a lot of our papers and things work well with those. So I'm going to pop that through my machine. So what I thought I'd do, I thought I'd set my son up. I'd get him to cut 30 or so of these hexagons, maybe more. We'll see how many I decide to make. And just cut blanks, and then we'll make a template with the Stamparatus, and he can just stamp them. And if any of them don't come right, he can stamp them again. And I just thought that's like the perfect thing. If he's going to be helping me out, then that's going to work really well. All right, what have I done with the top plate? Where did I put it? I'm having another Linda moment. Uh-oh. Where did I put the plate? Is it here? Nope, it's not there. So I've moved it. Really? Come on. How could I have lost my plate? I'm pretty sure I haven't lost my plate. I know it's right here in front of me, but I may have to go and grab my old plate. Here it is. Found it. Found it. What do? You take a drink. I think that's what Susan says you do. Oh, we don't have Jean tonight. I haven't seen Jean. Oh, good luck, Jenny. Hope you get to brush your cat. All right, move this one. Now we have our little hexagon shape here. And we've got this. I mean, such a simple card. Really, really simple. But I wanted to show off this beautiful paper. To me, it needs to be seen to see so people can... That's it. Thanks, Joan. I found it. Susan and I often laugh about it because she and I are so alike. So, you know, we're both as scatterbrained as each other. And you know what? That's completely fine. We have a lot of fun when we do what we do. All right, so that is going to sit like that. And then I felt like it needed a ribbon or something. So I'm thinking I'm just going to add a bit of the soft succulent ribbon because it's one of my favorites. You could just have it coming out, so a couple of little pieces, and when I'm making that many cards, maybe I will just have it coming out. But for today, I'm going to tie a little bow. This is very easy ribbon to work with. So if you do have to tie bows, this is one of the really good ones for tying bows. So let me grab that. And I'm just going to cut off the ends. And let's, will I have it here or here? Here. We're going to use a glue dot to stick that on. So tonight we've actually managed to make 3 cards because they're all really simple cards. And there's nothing wrong with a simple card. I think you've heard me say that before. The most important thing is that you're having fun while you're making your cards. Doesn't matter about anything else, really. That's the most important thing, is to have fun and love what you do. And that's what we're all about here, is having lots of fun. And goodness knows, with all the really horrible things going on in the world, we can all use some fun, right? So isn't that the best thing? Now, this one I added some iridescent rhinestones, which are great because I always have lots of those. They're my favorite embellishment. You can use whatever embellishments you like, but I do have plenty of those hanging around my desk, so I'm going to use them again. The other thing I could do would be use some of those lovely gold sequins that I just was showing you before. They would look really nice on here, match the gold. And I'm going to put 2 up here. Actually, I'm going to use one of the medium-sized ones. There we go, just like that. Now, what do you think? Does the darker green look better than the light? It definitely stands out more. I think it's really pretty. And this metallic paper is just to die for. It is part of this Delicate Desert suite. Love, love, love it. I think it's so beautiful. So what did we do tonight? We did, let me just have the cards that we did, and only the cards that we did. All right, so we've got this one and this one. And they both look really pretty. And then somewhere close by on the desk, I have the one that we did with the fitting florets, which I seem to have already lost, but that's okay. Tell me what is different about tonight, because those of you who know me well know that absolutely nothing is different, and I lose things every single night. Why can't I just put things in a place? Oh, here, look, found them. Okay, that's the one. All right, so those are the 3 cards that we did tonight. I'll put them here like this. And I think they all turned out pretty nice. So there we go. Okay, so for those of you who are around tomorrow afternoon, you like the darker green for the saying? Yeah, me too. I do as well. For those of you who are around tomorrow, I'm hoping that some of you can join me tomorrow for the craft along. Don't forget, here we go. I'm going to put up my blog address on the screen right now. So that's the lhiggins.blogspot.com. If you go there and you're not already part of my newsletter, then my suggestion is you go there, and at the top on the right-hand side, especially if you're on a laptop, it's easier. You'll be able to sign up for the newsletter, and that way you won't miss out if we have free shipping or we have special deals, all that kind of stuff. So you're in the loop. So if you want to be in the loop, make sure you are already getting my newsletters. And you can get them whether you're in Australia or anywhere. Completely fine. I love having people join the newsletter, and I love seeing where you all are. So I hope you'll be able to join me on Sunday night. when we're going to do, I'm going to actually show you how to do this background on Sunday night, which is a really fun watercolor background. But tomorrow we're going to be making gift cards. So for those of you that can make it, can't wait to make those with you. And I will see you then. Have a fantastic night, guys. See you tomorrow, I hope. Bye-bye.